Alexis Skyy reportedly wants Rob Kardashian's baby, while Cardi B and Offset are apparently seeing each other again.
I'm not surprised. Plus, Jaylee may not be getting that wedding we've all been hearing about, and JB is showing nothing but love to Chris Brown after his fiasco in Paris, but he isn't the only one.
And finally, Sofia Richie might get this before a ring, and we're not over it. We're talking about all of these stories right now on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Lauren Ashley Beck.
Lauren, the first thing we're going to talk about before we get into that Rob and Alexis drama, because let's be real, that's some serious tea. But first, let's talk about Cardi B and Offset. So sources are saying that Cardi has been telling her friends that her and Offset are hanging out again. They're seeing each other, but they're not fully back together.
They're in a situationship. Which I could see.
Yes.
And I'm here for it. I love it. I want them back together.
You want them back together.
I want their family unit. She said she misses that old thing, and I can see why she wants to be back with Offset.
Okay, I have a little harder time with it just because I am so against cheaters. I mean, I can't literally crusade against Tristan Thompson day in and day out and not crusade against Offset.
I want to say this. I don't condone cheating in any way, shape, or form. But if she wants her man back, let the girl have her man back.
All right. She does recognize that he's been putting in the work, and we know he has been on Instagram and been going up on stage and just been telling everyone that he wants Cardi back. But, she's still working on trusting him again, which is why they're kind of just having that part of the relationship without, the full-on relationship.
Sure.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think this is basically the gateway to them getting back together.
Absolutely. I definitely think their separation isn't going to last much longer at all.
Let's talk about Alexis Skyy and Rob Kardashian because the situation has been going on since last week. There has been mixed reviews. The sisters hate it. Chris is for it. It's just insane.
I think Chris just wants Rob to be happy in any capacity. It doesn't matter if it's with a video girl, whoever. She doesn't care. She just wants him to be happy.
I think Chris just wants Rob to be interesting so he can be back on the show. So she's like, if you have to mess with some love and hip hop star to do it, you're doing great, sweetie.
And Fetty Wap's baby mama.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah.
So a source told Radar Online that, now Alexis, she does have a child with Fetty Wap, but now she wants to really follow in Blac Chyna's footsteps and have Rob's baby.
Okay, this is no shade at all, but girl, don't you want a ring first? Just a ring, maybe a promise ring.
You would think that, but I don't really think that's how her mind works. I mean, look at the situation with Fetty Wap.
Sure. And Fetty Wap has how many baby mamas?
If you would look at Rob's past with Blac Chyna, I just don't know why you'd be like, you know what? I want the same thing. Like, they're crazy.
It's because it's glamorized.
Yeah.
Rob and Chyna had a show. Maybe Alexis and Rob can have a show.
Oh my God.
That's got to be the track of mind that she's on because I couldn't see why else you would want to have a baby with Rob.
I don't either. I just will be interested to see how the situation plays out. I think it's far from over. And there's definitely more drama to come.
Yes, and maybe more bars, because apparently Alexis Skyy is a rapper now. So maybe she'll rap about how she's going to have a baby with Rob.
Rob must have something magical going on below the belt because anyone he does all of a sudden becomes a rapper.
You know what? Alexis should write about that.
Yes.
Since everybody's writing about everybody's you-know-what, I want to hear about it.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
In other news, Jaylee is apparently not having that wedding ceremony that we keep hearing so much about. Apparently they want to find the perfect church, but after a lot of consideration and schedules and all of that, they realize that they have to push the wedding back for a third time.
This is something I don't understand. I always say that because we were moving along to so many plans. Like we had the place, we had the date, we had the bridesmaids, everything. That was great.
Yes, I know. Look at that.
But now all of a sudden it's like, a couple people can't show up, so we're gonna call off the whole thing. Like newsflash, when you have a wedding, not everyone's gonna make it.
Sure, because technically they're already married, so they're not doing it for everybody else. Well, I guess they kind of are doing it.
They kind of are, and I mean, pretty much since these two did technically get married in the courthouse, we've heard how having a ceremony in front of their friends, family, and of course, the big man upstairs, we know is very important to them.
Yes.
That this has been something they wanted for their relationship, and honestly, I feel like it needs to happen because we all need to see it. We all need to see the marriage, we need to see the love, and we need to see this relationship.
I definitely think we need to see it, but we see it every day. They're always together, swooning over each other. I don't know that they need to put on this huge show for everybody else.
No, I
want
the
Friends and family, sure. She wants to see it. I would love to see it too, the dress and all of that. But hopefully they can get it together and make it happen.
Yeah, I don't know. People are saying that as of right now, they don't see it happening in the future because they just cannot get it together. Justin doesn't like the hoopla, and Hailey can't figure out all of her plans.
And that's the thing. Justin has always been a guy that doesn't like all this attention, which is interesting because you're freaking Justin Bieber, so you're gonna get a lot of attention. But I think that he just wants people to kind of back off and let them do their own thing, which is fair because when I got married, I had to tell my family, leave me alone. I'm going to Hawaii. You can follow me if you want.
That's pretty amazing.
See you later.
I clearly am single as a Pringle, so we all know I can't really relate to this wedding.
So a source close to Hailey told In Touch Weekly that from Hailey's perspective, she feels she isn't ready yet because she has too many details she wants to pull off, and some people close to her were unable to make it. Too many details, too many opinions. I totally get it, girl. Do you. Do what you gotta do.
Yes, exactly.
So in other Bieber news, Justin is supporting Chris after rape allegations surfaced from across the pond. We've all heard about this drama that's going on in Paris with Chris. Justin apparently commented on a video of Chris calling him the GOAT, which a lot of people were not really feeling because we don't know the details of what happened with Chris. Drake has also stepped forward saying that he will be there for Chris no matter what. He's a loyal friend and will stick with Chris through anything that he's going through.
A lot of celebrities have actually been stepping up to defend Chris Brown. And I know we've kind of been talking about this all week. There's two sides to every story. We don't really know we know what the victim is saying, but we don't know.
And the problem is that authorities can't really sift through what she's saying, if it's true or not. So until more information comes, I don't think we can draw a conclusion one way or another.
Yeah, apparently TMZ reported today that the woman's account of everything that happened, the authorities are having a hard time believing all of the things she said took place. They find her unreliable, and apparently even when Chris was released, the police apologized for detaining him.
They did, and Chris is still out in Paris living his best life. Like, he has no worries at all. So it doesn't seem like you would think he would run from that if that were the case.
Yeah, he's filming a music video right now, so I think he kind of wants to see that through, which I understand, but I don't know. There's a lot of back and forth. Like I said yesterday, I can't sit here and be a definitive person and be like, Chris Brown is guilty for raping this woman, when there's so much back and forth. Obviously, his past does not look great.
Absolutely.
And I can't sit here and say that definitively.
It's unfortunate because I feel like people are judging him from his past, which is like, it's a circumstantial thing. It's case to case. You can't base what he did in the past off of what's happening now.
And this is incredibly serious. So this is something obviously we're going to keep following. But on to some lighter news. Let's talk about Scott Disick and Sofia Richie because I need to get this out, everybody. So we've been thinking that these two are going to get engaged here for a little over a week. Scott was seen in Calabasas looking at engagement rings. We were like, oh my gosh, it's coming. Courtney reacted. Chris wanted it on Keeping Up. We were bracing ourselves, ready for him to get on one knee. But now, a source told Us Weekly that Sofia is more likely to get pregnant before she gets engaged.
We need to do better in 2019. I can't. That's ridiculous, girl. Come on.
I know, in the past we've talked about how Sofia saw how a baby brought Chloe and Tristan together and how she would want that for her and Scott, but I'm just like...
But you can't use a baby to get your relationship on track.
And we already have 3 babies kind of in the midst of this. Yes, they're not Sofia's biological children, but she helps with them. She kind of plays that dad's girlfriend's role.
And she's just getting comfortable with the family. Her and Courtney are finally on good terms. I don't feel like adding a baby to the mix is gonna help anything.
I think this is just as terrible as it sounds, and I hope it does not happen. I've never really been a fan of Scott and Sofia. I'm slowly getting on board because I realize that they're never going to break up, but this just made me, again, reminds me why I don't like them together.
And girl, you're in your early 20s. Do you have fun? Do the whole Kardashian thing, but you don't need to have a baby to solidify that.
My gosh, this is something we're going to have to wait and see, of course. All right, guys, let us know what you think about all of these stories. There was a lot today. Let us know what you think about Alexis, Skyy wanting Rob Kardashian's baby and Cardi and Offset apparently seeing each other again.
Let us know what you think about Hailey and Justin potentially not having a wedding. Also, we want to know what you guys think about this Chris Brown thing. Should Drake and JB be supporting him?
Yes, and last but not least, let us know what you think about Sofia Richie being more likely to have a baby than a ring from Scott. You guys talk it out down there in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you here next time on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. Bye, guys.